Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Level Up Your Health podcast. Today I'm here with my guest, Marcel.
Hello there.
Hello, from MrPsychologyEverything. Today we're going to be discussing everything to do with psychology and nutrition. So we're going to be talking about nutrition, motivation. We'll be looking into some common queries that people might have. We'll be busting some myths, and if we have time, we will be asking Marcel some questions. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, actually, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
That's
right,
good.
are we ready to get going?
Let's crack in.
Right, so I'll talk a bit about nutrition first, and then, I know motivation is more your specialist area, but so nutrition, a lot of people don't actually know the proper meaning of nutrition. It's weird that people don't actually know what it means, but nutrition is the process of eating and absorbing food that your body needs for nourishment. It involves breaking down food into nutrients. Too much or too little of an essential nutrient can cause malnutrition. Examples of nutrients include proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, fats, water, basically. And then they are basically split into two. You have micronutrients and macronutrients. We'll start with macronutrients because they're the bigger picture nutrition. So, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, all your big ones.
Yeah.
And then micronutrients are smaller, like vitamins, minerals, calcium, zinc, examples. The main difference really between the two is that macronutrients supply energy in the form of calories, and micro help to support vital functions in the body. And then we've got non-essential nutrients. So these are substances you still need every day. They are synthesized by the body. Examples of these include vitamin D, vitamin K, amino acids. Basically, that's it. They are important.
It's pretty interesting.
It is. So I'll just start with a basic question. Why is nutrition so important?
So important. So I feel like nutrition is one of those things that should be taken seriously in life.
Yeah.
But what it is basically what you eat basically every day. I mean, you can look at everyone's shape of body, like what they eat, and it does really impact a person. I do believe that nutrition should be number one in the world on your a list to take care of, because if you eat let's say healthy foods, then you're obviously going to be healthy. You're going to have a higher mood spike, energy, everything.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, that's true. I think nutrition is it's vital. If you want to be healthy, then that's the main way to do it. So we'll just talk about motivation quickly, so we've got an idea. So motivation is the driving force that initiates and guides certain behaviours. It is useful for achieving goals and fulfilling needs, and basically involves the direction of what a person is trying to do. Now, I believe there's two types of motivations in there. There's intrinsic and extrinsic. What exactly is that? What are these? What's the difference between them?
I'm yawning a bit. Oh my gosh.
That's not a good start, is it?
Let's get rid of that yap. Let's start with intrinsic here. So intrinsic is more to do with basically being inspired motivation.
Yeah.
Is where you have your own rewards, your brain, dopamine, all that really. It's all a working system. You're for intrinsic, let's say you're at work or something and someone gives you a bonus or something, you're going to work for that obviously, and that's another way of dopamine as well too. So that's basically explained. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Intrinsic's like doing something that's rewarding, or you're enjoying.
Quite simple.
Yeah, you're enjoying it, sort of thing. And extrinsic's basically the opposite of that.
Basically,
where you are still doing something, but it's not more you're enjoying it. It's more just to meet a certain requirement or avoid punishment, basically. So that's motivation. So the other day I was actually scrolling. On social media.
Oh my gosh! What are you doing?
And I just finding some common queries that people have to do with nutrition and motivation. So what are the main questions that people ask? What don't they know? And hopefully we can sort of help them today. So you've just were saying earlier how you were yawning. So
it is. So it is getting a bit dry here.
so the first question that someone has asked is, why am I always tired?
Why they're always tired?
Why do you think tiredness is?
Tiredness. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that can happen with this. Why they're tired? But I think why they're tired mostly for an average person is probably what they do in their life. Basically it's all to do with nutrition as well too. I mean, if they're eating like junk food, they're obviously not going to have enough mood to do anything, so they're always tired. I mean, even if you have the best sleep in your life, you're still going to feel tired.
Yeah.
I think what matters really is sticking to your priorities.
Yeah, so I mean, people get tired for multiple reasons. Probably the two most common are stress and diet, like you've already said a bit. Really, you should be aiming for about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day. That's like kind of like average human. Now, not everybody does that, of course. Things impact that, such as work, or people just.
I mean, sometimes 7 hours can be good, but sometimes people can have 3. You don't know their lives.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. People have different hours of sleep depending on what they do.
Yeah.
Now, your diet does help a lot. You should be aiming for foods with lots of iron in it, iron-rich foods, things like red meat, shellfish.
There's also supplements. If you don't have enough of that, if you don't want any calories, then supplements do work as well.
Yeah. So things like that, and basically like nuts, dried fruits. These basically prevent anemia, which is a disease that basically causes fatigue and tiredness, which is kind of basically why people get tired. So, and now of course you've got other basic things like exercise and drinking plenty of water. These things, they could make you tired initially, but over time, then you should be, feeling less tired. So next question, why do I always want sugary or junk food? Now, you've already said a bit about dopamine, which is what I was going to say.
I beat you there.
You did. You said it straight away. I didn't have any chance. Dopamine is a hormone in your body, but it's like a feel-good sort of thing, isn't it? It makes you feel good. And basically, if you eat sugary foods, this will trigger the dopamine and comfort you. Now, this could be happening because of many things like stress. When you get stressed, your body produces cortisol, which is another. I feel like this is a science lesson. It's another hormone.
You're making me yawn every time.
Oh my god. Well, go back to the last question. Then you need to be drinking plenty of water.
Plenty of water. Oh.
I've literally lost where I am now. Right, I was on about cortisol. This increases your appetite. I'm not repeating it again. This increases your appetite for high-fat foods. So basically, things like chocolates, biscuits, fast food. People know what they are. So ways to manage this is trying to balance out your meal, making sure you've got a bit of green, bit of vegetables on your plate, carbohydrates, proteins.
That's very important. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So that is important. And then if you're struggling with stress, which is causing you to eat unhealthy, then maybe try something like meditation or yoga.
Meditation or yoga?
If worse gets to worse, then...
It's very interesting. I'd rather to walk, really. I think that's more simple.
That's quite good, actually, yeah. Now, I've kind of took over that question, so I'll let you talk about the next question. So, is it bad if someone skips meals?
Oh, of course. I mean, it depends really on the person. If you're like trying to lose fat, then there's also calorie deficit, which basically fast more, and it basically makes the body develop metabolism. But that depends on age as well too. But overall, I'd say it's very important. I think to take off your
Yeah.
Forgot my question.
Is it bad if they skip meals? A yes or a no?
Skip meals. To be honest, skip meals. I wouldn't personally advise it, but I think eating less portions is more healthier. There are some people that actually skip it fully, and can sometimes lead the organism to
I mean, if you're eating like massive plates of food, like you have a massive breakfast.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get bloated, obviously.
Oh yeah, then you probably can skip a meal because you're probably eating like
yeah, you can.
two meals combined.
If you eat like 1,000 calories, let's say in the morning,
Yeah.
then you're probably good until like dinner at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's all you have to eat. But some people eat in smaller portions as well.
Yeah, so if you do skip, you're eating a decent amount, skipping meals, your blood sugar levels will drop, and that could cause things like dizziness, fatigue, headaches. And then the add-on to that, everything kind of adds on to each other. That will affect your like concentration, motivation, weight. So yeah, I wouldn't advise skipping meals unless you are like eating well, sort of thing. So yeah, it's like different chemical reactions that changes food into energy. So yeah, if you're skipping meals, then basically you're not getting enough energy. Then it slows the metabolism. That's my days. Yeah, that's it.
To get off social media. Jeez.
I don't know why I couldn't say that. My tip is to just try planning meals in advance. Know what you're going to have. So then you could...
A routine.
Basically, yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah. So a routine.
Do you have a routine?
Let's just not comment on that.
Probably not.
Right, so why do I feel unmotivated all the time? So
Why do I feel unmotivated?
why do people feel unmotivated?
Well, I think a lot of people are unmotivated because most of the people nowadays waste their time on phones. Obviously, technology, screen time, it does damage your eye. But
Yeah.
I think it's just making the body think that it's doing something, but it's not really.
Yeah.
You're like sitting there doing nothing. I think if you were to go outside and have a run, then you'd have more energy.
Yeah.
On the next day, you'd feel more energy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are unmotivated, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
The world we live in now, everybody's on their phone, social media, and that could cause people not to be
You're
motivated.
just bored, mate. You just don't want to do anything afterwards.
Yeah, and
You just want to keep the day going tomorrow.
yeah, well, true, and and this can stem from maybe burnout, or you just don't know what to do with your life. Could be to do with something more serious like mental health issues, and then we've already spoke about like this everything relates to each other basically. This can relate to sleep, diet. So yeah, being unmotivated is a clear sign that your body and mind need to rest. So this could be, like you said earlier, a routine. Just going outside for a bit, getting some fresh air, and go for a walk if it's nice.
That's literally it. If that's all you need, then that's all you need. Just get
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. So we'll do, I think, 2 more. Why do I feel worse after eating junk food? I mean, someone's asked that. I think it's a pretty common.
I think you would ask that.
Oh, thanks. Why would someone feel worse after eating junk food? It's kind of to do with the sugar spike.
It's obviously the answer's in the question, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
Why?
true. It's not. It's pretty common sense.
Exactly. So, why would you feel or would you feel tired and all that if you? I forgot the question. Honestly, you're like boring me out here.
Why do I feel worse after eating junk food?
Okay, so I think that's a lot to do with how you eat, basically. I mean, if you eat like a lot of food that is useless, carbonated food, then you're gonna be bloated. You're not gonna be willing to go anywhere, and you'll feel sleepy, and you just want to go sleep, want to rest. And that's a lot of people, to be honest, that do this.
Yeah.
So you want to basically eat healthy foods, like foods that are like natural.
Yeah.
It's like berries and apples and meat and all that. I think that's what you need to eat.
Yeah. So it's basically a sugar spike, isn't it? Where
Well, not really. I mean,
not really.
Stuffing yourself with like chips is worse than actually eating potatoes. Like,
Oh yeah, of course. But junk food is incredibly high in sugars, isn't it?
sometimes. I mean, it depends. Depends what you count as fast food.
Like pizzas.
Oh,
burgers.
it's more to do with ingredients,
Greasy.
oils, all that type of thing, salt.
Well, you'll get a sugar spike anyway, where your like blood glucose levels rapidly rise. But then the thing with these sugar spikes is eventually it will crash. So it might spike, but then it basically crashes, and then that's kind of where you feel worse. So initially, your dopamine will be high when you have like chocolate and stuff, but once you start to settle, you might start to feel a bit worse. So
Exactly.
yeah, so maybe we've already said going for like a walk or something after your meal. This will actually, I've got a little stat here for you. This will lower your glucose levels by 30%.
30%?
Just by going on like a 15-minute walk.
Really?
Yeah, it lowers it by 30%.
Wow.
So little things could do a lot.
What if it's freezing outside and it's winter?
Well, I'd say wear a coat.
Wear a coat?
Wear gloves, wear a scarf, wear a hat.
Okay, what if you live on a cliff?
All right. Well, if someone lives on the cliff, then feel free to get in touch, and then Marcel can answer.
Good.
And the last question involves coffee.
Coffee.
Is drinking coffee every day bad?
You have a coffee mug here?
I actually do. Right. So in a standard cup of coffee like this, as you can see, this is like a standard cup.
Yeah. It is a standard cup.
Right, cheers for stating the obvious. So it contains around 100 milligrams of caffeine. So 100 milligrams of caffeine per cup. Now, caffeine is obviously, we all know what that is. It's associated with things like coffee, tea, even energy drinks. Now, caffeine isn't necessarily bad. It can be good.
It can affect your mood as well.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It could cure fatigue, but it all depends really how much you're drinking. Like, you shouldn't really be drinking more than 4 cups of coffee. Now, if you do the maths, 100 milligrams per cup.
I think I need a coffee now, to be honest.
That's 400 milligrams. So if you are drinking more than 4 cups of coffee, then that's not good. So anything lower than that. So to answer the question, is drinking coffee every day bad? It's not bad. It's only bad.
It's only bad if you drink too much.
Basically, yeah, over 400. Basically, if you're drinking over like.
How much do you drink?
How much do I drink? Of what?
Yeah, coffee.
I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm safe.
Okay. I usually drink coffee, but not always, to be honest. It does stain teeth as well.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
exactly.
You have to keep in mind.
Yeah. But yeah, there are good and bad things.
Yeah.
You said about mood earlier for coffee, and some research has actually said that coffee can lower your risk of death through strokes.
I disagree with that, honestly.
And any other
I doubt it does.
Coffee lowers the risk of death through strokes.
Yeah.
So, that's why you're arguing with like scientists here. So yeah. So it's not all bad when it comes to coffee.
Okay, what if you don't drink coffee? Does that? Surely there's a higher percentage.
Well, yeah, it all depends. Coffee can help. If you have struggled with your health, then maybe drinking coffee is something to take up.
I don't know. I think you found that fact from somewhere else.
What? Right. So I've got a little quiz thing now.
Quiz. Okay, finally quiz.
We finally quiz. So basically. There are a lot of things online, isn't there, about nutrition and motivation. There's a lot of things. Well, not everything you read online is true, believe it or not. Some things are myths. There are some facts. So what I've tried to do is try to shuffle them up a bit. I'm going to test your knowledge, basically.
Going to test my knowledge.
Yeah, to see how well.
These questions better be like really precise and good.
To see how well you actually know things. So. I'm going to read a statement out, and I want you to basically tell me if it's a myth or a fact. So, we'll start with exercise is enough to stay healthy.
Exercise is enough to stay healthy.
Is it a myth or a fact?
I'd say that's a fact. That's 100% true. What?
It's a myth.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not. You can clearly take a 15-minute walk outside. It's a whole big difference compared to you not taking it.
I agree with that. But
okay, what if you're fat?
Well, yeah, but you need to be eating better, don't you? The thing is,
you're gonna have to move as well too, aren't you?
Exercise is essential. Of course it is. I'm not saying it isn't. Going out for walks.
It's actually a fact because you are technically moving and everywhere you are, so it's technically a fact.
But the thing is, though, you could go out for a walk,
You can have a walk inside the home. You just go back
or a gym. Go to the gym, but that doesn't stop you from coming back home, does it? Eating chocolates, having a pizza.
But you're having a movement. It's literally physically a fact.
You've got to balance the pair. You can't.
I doubt that.
What do you mean you doubt that? You know, you've got to balance it.
I think we need a new host here. I think
we've got to. You got to balance it out. You know, so it is a myth.
Okay, move on. Go on.
Healthy fats are good for you.
Healthy fats.
Is that a fact or a myth?
Well, moving on to true and false, you almost said. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, is it true? Actually, yeah, it should be true or false. Is it true or false? Healthy fats are good for you.
Healthy fats.
Yeah.
Say that question again.
Healthy fats are good for you. Yes or no?
Healthy fats. What?
Healthy fats, are they good for you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. True. Right, that's enough of that. Yeah, I think that's kind of an easy one, really. Healthy fats are good for you. There are different types of fats, obviously. You've got like saturated, unsaturated. You've got trans fats. They aren't transgender.
What?
Trans
okay,
fats.
moving on. I feel like with your point, let's say, for example, potatoes. They are healthy as hell.
Yeah.
Sweet potatoes, they're even more healthy. And
True.
I think those are the only foods you should be eating, to be honest, for like carbs.
Yeah. True.
There's also rice, but, you know.
I mean, as for fats, you know, these are including healthy things like, you know, avocados, nuts, which are good for you. So, you know, yeah, it is true. You know, healthy fats, they are good for you.
They are.
We'll go for one or two more now. I've got some questions I just want to ask you. People should avoid dairy. Is that a myth or a fact?
Well, naturally, it's more beneficial to have dairy in you. So I'd say that's a fact.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it depends on the amount you eat as well too.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a bit of both.
You can't have both. Let's pick one. Okay, I think that's enough.
Okay, that's way too much. The answer. This was kind of a trick question sort of thing, because the answer is sort of both. So it's kind of a myth. It's kind of a fact.
Okay.
So obviously dairy, you know, is useful. Contains calcium.
It depends if you eat more or if you like worse the type of dairy products. It also depends really.
Yeah, it's a useful source of calcium. But again, it could differ for different people. For example, if you're lactose intolerant, then it's probably best you stay away from dairy, sort of thing. So if you know you've got a condition with dairy, then, you know, probably stay away from it. And then we'll end with fruit juice, something that I'm sure lots of people used to drink. They might still drink it, actually. Fruit juice, is it just as healthy as normal fruits?
Depends, really. I mean, I'd say fruits are more healthy.
You're like a politician. You're like not answering the question.
I think fruits are more healthy because they are literally it's where the juice comes from.
Yeah.
But if you have juice, isn't juice, there might be more water in it naturally. You add more water, so it's more. Yeah. It doesn't feel that way. I think fruit is more.
So you're locking in myth. Final answer.
What's the question again?
Fruit juice is just as healthy as fruits.
No. That's a myth.
Myth. Correct. Yeah. So, fruits, they have a lot of fibre in, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's something that fruit juice doesn't have. Fruit juice, it does have vitamins, so there are good things about fruit juice.
Oh, yeah.
But
obviously.
The other thing is it does have a lot of sugar. So, yeah.
I want to give you a fact or myth.
Oh, really?
Okay, if you eat like 500 bananas in one day,
500?
Is there a chance of you dying or not?
Well, probably. 500 bananas?
Yeah, 500 bananas. It's an actual
really?
Fact, yeah.
It's a fact?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
it's not because you killed yourself because of amount to eat. It's because of something to do with like some ingredients really in it. It's quite interesting.
All right, interesting. I never knew that. Well, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
So we now know about bananas. Just to end off, I've got one final question.
Go on then.
That specifically is for you.
Obviously.
So now, aside from making videos, I know you do like, to go to the gym, work out. So how important is nutrition for like an athlete sort of thing? So like when you go to the gym.
Very important.
Yeah.
I think.
Is it more important for you than the normal person because you are working out?
Well, I think it's important for everyone, but especially athletes. You need that food right now, like ASAP. Because if you don't, then you're gonna lose what you're trying to gain, basically.
Yeah.
So if you're like gaining muscle or something, you definitely need protein. Because if you don't eat protein, then you're not gonna grow muscle.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get a bit more fat. That's it.
Yeah, basically. So I think it is, a lot more important for an athlete. You want to stay in a good physique. You want to be fit. So that is
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna have to wrap up there. Unfortunately.
That was actually nice.
It was. It was good. So thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you watch Mr. Psychologically Everything's videos and then Harrison Talks Nutrition as well.
But both our channels will be in the description below as well.
There we go.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Giving me an idea. So so thank you everybody for watching and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.